a true, supportive coach.
Do recognize all of the emotional strain that underscore is going through. Recognize and appreciate her vulnerability. Appreciate underscore's fears and frustrations. Do accept underscore for just exactly who he or she is and where he or she is in the job-seeking process. Try to objectively observe underscore in the process of looking for a job and be as non-judgmental as you possibly can. Do play the role of good coach by helping underscore in the process of finding a job. Help him or her write out goals. Discuss with him, her how you can help with those goals. Help each other. You will help underscore feel better about him or herself if you are giving him, her chance to help you. Do help underscore with recognizing what kind of personality he or she is, as I discussed in Chapter 1. The more you help underscore realize his or her own personality traits and how he or she will perform in interviewing situation, the better he or she will do in the interviews. Do help underscore research all of the potential organizations that he or she might contact in looking for a job. This can be a tremendous help to underscore because he or she won't feel alone doing this task. On top of that, 2 or even 3 of you can simply do more research and get more information so that underscore has more opportunities available. The internet is a phenomenal tool for doing that kind of research. Not only will you find information about companies, but websites will often list the managers in organizations that underscore should be contacting. In one of the previous chapters, I instructed underscore, if he or she is out of work, to spend most of the day cold calling organizations in order to get appointments. You can facilitate his or her making those appointments by writing out a list of companies, names of managers, and phone numbers so he or she can spend more time on the phone getting appointments rather than researching. This kind of help can have a major impact on underscore's success in finding a job. And another great help is to research all kinds of advertisements on the internet, in the newspaper, and trade publications, frankly, anywhere. The research shouldn't be focused primarily on advertisements for only the kind of experience that underscore has. As I mentioned in a previous chapter, companies or industries that are expanding positions in one arena may very well be expanding them in another as well. So, just because a firm might be advertising for something that underscore isn't, doesn't mean that underscore shouldn't contact this firm to see if someone of his or her skill is needed. Again, this kind of research can have a major impact on underscore's success. In fact, becoming underscore's research manager is a great help to him or her. Do help underscore practice interviewing. It would be an excellent idea for you to help underscore write out the script that I recommend for each activity, the telephone presentation, the telephone interview, and a face-to-face interview itself. Then you need to sit down with underscore and have him or her practice the scripts with you. These scripts need to be practiced over and over and over until underscore can perform them flawlessly. Any job hunter thinks that he or she is going to interview flawlessly with very little practice. This idea couldn't be further from the truth. If you help underscore practice the interviewing techniques and the scripts that I provide, he or she is going to get a job that much faster. You need to reinforce that successful interviewing takes tons of practice and that, as a coach, that's part of your job. I can't overemphasize the interviewing practice that underscore needs to do. You have to help him or her by role-playing over and over. Interviewing, for most people, doesn't come naturally. Most people blow their first 3 or 4 interviews before they really get into the groove of interviewing. Underscore can't afford to blow any of the interviews, because there are not going to be that many. So, you, as coach, need to help him, her practice until he or she can literally perform in interviewing situations in his, her sleep. Be sure to make underscore practice the questions in the subsequent chapters of this book. Help underscore formulate good answers. Do, especially if you are employed, talk to all of your friends, at work and socially, to see if you can find any job opportunities that may be qualified for. Don't hesitate to ask your friends, business associates, social acquaintances, frankly, anybody if they might know of a job opportunity that may be qualified for. Might be embarrassed about your doing this at first. But you need to remind to get over it. Which is more painful, needing a new job or worrying about how he or she is perceived by someone else? Being out of work or needing a new job has nowhere near the stigma that it did even a few years ago. Society is beginning to understand that the business climate, even for the world, is a lot more fluid than it has ever been. Remember, the average job lasts between 2.5 and 3 years. Now, I'm not saying that we all need to be constantly looking for a job, but I am saying that the need to change jobs does not have the negative connotation that it used to. Needs to realize that he or she need to get interviews in any manner possible.